YT. That way you guys can see it and save it if you want to. Is that okay?
Yes.
My YT channel. You know what I'm talking about? So it's
YouTube?
yes. I don't want to say it because I get filtered. They cut me off of here.
Oh,
Okay, so let me say what she's saying. Oh my gosh, this poor thing. I feel like this. I'm hearing tragic. I don't know. I'm just feeling this was a tragic thing that happened to her.
yeah, she took her own life.
Oh, honey. I was feeling that. I just didn't get to say that. I am so sorry because she
Ah,
made me feel like it was tragic. I just heard rope. Did she use a rope by chance or something to do it?
yes.
She did.
Yeah.
And she's talking about like using like a chair or an ottoman or something, like kicking it away. Is that what she did?
Yes.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I want to cry. I don't want to cry. I'm going to cry for this. I don't want to cry. This is awful. I hate doing this. I hate crying, but it's just so full of love and so full of, oh my gosh, it's everything. And it's just so fresh for you guys. She's talking about the note. Did she leave a note for you guys?
I don't know.
She
My
just,
son didn't say anything.
she just told me I left a note. So I think that she did, darling. And I want you to know that. Okay, so I literally heard her say, I left a note. And so I don't know if your son is very too emotional to tell you about it, but there's a note. I mean, usually I hope that there is
You
because
might not have seen it yet.
okay. Now she's talking about a drawer, so she might have put it in a drawer somewhere. I don't know if she left it out in the open, but I heard drawer. So I'm assuming that's where she put the note. I'm just letting you know, okay?
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Do you know if she was suffering? I'm hearing like severe depression. Did she have a lot of depression?
We never noticed
Well, so
anything.
I think
We
she,
knew
well, I
my
think,
son has
uh,
PTSD severe. He's a combat veteran,
I was
so
going to ask you, was he in the service? Because that's what she told me.
yeah.
And I feel like it affected your son a lot because, so I feel the PTSD, but I feel like, I don't know if their marriage was affected because of this, but I feel like it was hard
That
on their
too.
marriage, right?
Yes.
Because she's making me feel like he would just, this is how she's describing to me. She's making me feel like he would like get angry out of nowhere, and she would just like, I feel like she felt like she was walking on pins and needles with him because I feel like this really affected your son very much over there overseas where he was.
Yeah, it
Now,
did.
was he in Iraq or Iran? I just heard like Iraq.
Afghanistan.
Okay, that's, I guess that's what she was trying to say. I feel like that's the area. That's what I was meaning. That so she told me Iraq, but I feel like it was in that area, and they're right next to each other. Is that right?
Right.
Okay, I wasn't sure, but I feel like, was he one of the troops that got pulled out like very fast?
Yes, he
Okay,
was.
because remember that day, what was it, like 2 years ago, that all these troops got pulled out very fast? Because that's what she's making me feel like. She's making me feel like he's one of the ones that got pulled out towards the end. And you know
Yeah,
what?
that was back in 2003 or 4.
Oh, okay. Wow. Okay. So wait, was he there like when this that war first started?
Yes, he was.
He was in the Afghan war. He was there the last war that lasted like 20 years.
He was in for 5 years.
Wow. Oh my gosh. I feel like you know what she tells me he saw too many people pass away. I don't want to
Yes, he
I
did.
don't want to see the D word, but I feel like wait, do you know if he actually had to KILLED some people?
Yes, ma'am.
That took a toll on your husband. That just having to do that to people, I just can't imagine the psychological warfare that your son was facing. Like, I feel like he was just so torn to pieces because nobody in the right mind would want to do that to somebody else. I don't think. But she's making me feel like that your son just really suffered after he got back home. She said he was never the same. Is that right?
That's right.
Yeah. I'm so sorry. War is never fun. War is just something that should not ever happen. And unfortunately, it's one of those things. It's like, what do you do? Like they have orders to do this, but it's not fair. How is it fair to have to KILL somebody else? I have to talk.
He was,
I have to speak these words. I can't say them. So,
I know, he was right out of high school.
oh my God. Wait, so did he get married to her after he got back from the service?
They got together after he got back from the
That's
service.
what I'm talking about. That's what she made me feel like. Now I asked how long they were together, and I heard like were they married or together for like 15 years? I heard like 15.
Yes,
Was
they
it
were
like
together.
okay, okay, wow, gosh, I'm so sorry. Now I asked how many kids that they had. I heard three. Do they have three children?
No, they have four. I don't know why she said three.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe she disowned one. I have no idea. But listen, I don't know why I hear what I do. But I don't know. Maybe she's talking about for you. Did you have three children?
I had four children.
Goodness gracious, girl. I don't know what this three is. I'm going to leave it alone. I have no idea. And she wants to apologize. She says, I feel like her kids are very suffering because of this as well. They're so confused. What she's telling me, my kids are so confused why I did this. I don't even think your daughter knows why she did this. I don't know if she felt like she was at her wit's end. She's making me feel like it was a last resort. And I don't think she planned this. I think she just up and did this one day. I don't even know. I don't even know if she really thought about this. I feel like she did the day that she did it. She's making me feel like she thought about this just the day that she did it. I don't know if something triggered her, if they had like a huge fight. I don't know what there was some kind of trigger that caused her to do this, if that makes sense to you.
It does. We were just wondering, what the trigger was or why.
We both sighed at the same time. That is so funny. Oh my gosh. I don't think she really wants to talk about it. I'm not hearing it, but I heard trigger, so I think there's something that triggered her. I heard also fighting. I don't know if it's because they fought too much or something, because I
They
feel
were,
like, I just feel
they
like
were arguing that morning.
they were arguing that morning. Okay, because I heard fighting is what I heard.
Yeah.
But I feel like they argued more than once. I feel like they argued a lot because your son saw saw too many things. It really changed his perspective, and I feel like it just caused him to not be as good as he was before he went into this stupid war. So I just feel like she said she takes full responsibility for what happened. She says, what I did was my own fault. Nobody pushed me to do it. She says, what I did, I felt like that was the only option at the time. And I know that doesn't make sense right now, she says, but she says all she can ask is everybody to just please forgive her. She says, look, I know how much you guys miss me and love me, but I felt she had this inner turmoil. I can't even talk right now, and I don't know what she was so upset about or so angry about. I feel like she was a good mom. I feel like honestly she never ever would have left her children if she didn't
Oh,
think.
she's awesome, Mom.
I know. She makes me feel she was such a good mom. She loved her kids to death. And I know that her husband, I know that your son, I want to say your husband, but it's her. She keeps saying my husband, my husband. She keeps saying my husband was such a good dad, and she's sorry for leaving him in this state, and in this state, not the state, she means in this state of like emotions and being and stuff like that. Um, I just heard California. Does California mean anything to you?
Not that I can think of.
Or your daughter-in-law? Maybe it's something to do with her.
It could be.
Yeah, I don't know. I just heard California. I don't know. I hear California a lot, and I think it's because people maybe used to live there or people have family in California. I'm not sure what it is, but um now I'm hearing what I just heard was 37. Was your daughter-in-law in her 37? Was she like 37, 38 when this happened?
Yes.
She was. I
Yeah.
I feel like she was like 38 pretty much in her late 30s. I just, I'm not getting a real explanation why she did this, because why would somebody do this? I just feel like something happened that day to make her snap, if that makes sense to you.
Okay.
I don't know, honey. Gosh, I feel so bad. Like, She says, I know it wasn't, she said, I know it wasn't the right thing to do, but I did it and there's no going back. She says, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know if she felt like she was a burden to your husband. I mean, her husband. I'm sorry. I keep saying your husband. I'm so sorry. Her husband.
No, they did. She was his wife, and she called him her husband, even though they weren't married. They were together so long.
Okay. They were common law then. Common law, husband and wife. I gotcha. But she's making me feel like, I don't know. I feel like this was a last resort for her. I don't know exactly what happened. I don't think she really wants to talk about it, but she just,
Okay.
oh my gosh. She's just making me feel how sorry she is. She's like, please tell my husband how sorry I am. I love him so much. What else can I say? But I'm sorry. I feel like your husband's very angry about this. I feel like her husband, your son. I'm so sorry. I keep
No,
saying
you're
your husband.
fine.
I'm so sorry because I always do husband readings.
No, that's fine
Oh my
because that's what they
gosh.
were.
And she wants to thank you. Did you help like take care of the kids sometimes? Because she wants to thank you for the stuff that you did for the kids.
Oh yeah, they were my babies.
I know, and they still are your babies. And she said, you know what she said? She said they're really going to need you at this time. She said they're going to need your support, and they're really going to need you because I feel like you're a strong person, but this is really taking you aback.
Yeah, it has.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, love. Oh my gosh,
Yeah, she's so proud of her babies.
I know. I can tell she loved. Does she have teenagers? Because I heard teenagers.
He has
Or,
one that's graduating senior this year.
oh my gosh, wow.
And another one's in high school, and then her daughter's 13, and her baby's just starting kindergarten.
Wow, that's a big spread of kids for sure. Wow. Oh my gosh. Now, did she have children before she got with him?
Yes, the teenagers.
I thought so. She's making me feel like she had the kids before. So the two youngest are his, but the two oldest. Now, who can I ask you who's taking care of the 13-year-old?
She is with her sister right now.
Oh, so she's an older sister then.
Yeah.
Is this the one that's graduating?
No, the one that's graduating is her son. I'm talking about Sue's sister.
Oh, her. So she's
Is
with her
taking
aunt.
care of her.
Okay. Well, that's good. I'm glad she's in a
Yes.
safe place. I'm glad because I know that your son had no claim to her because he wasn't biologically her father, right?
No, he is.
Oh, he is. Oh. Oh, okay.
He's he's the biological father of the daughter and the baby,
Oh, okay. Okay.
the five
Okay.
year
Okay.
old.
I gotcha. Okay. But I feel like your son's just going through too much, and I feel like he's gonna need a lot of help if that makes sense because he's struggling right now. I feel like this compounded his problems that he had with the war. I feel like this is gonna like, I don't want to say push him over the edge, but I feel like he's struggling with this.
Yes, he is.
He's taking it
Nobody,
very.
everybody's.
Do you
Yeah,
know?
there's somebody around him at all
Do
times.
you? Are you afraid he's gonna do something to himself or something?
Yes, me and his babies.
That's what she told me. She said, and she appreciates somebody's around him all the time because I feel like he was already emotional wreck anyways, and then this like is pushing him over the top. She says, I, I don't know. I just feel like I don't know the way I feel like she's making me feel she had no other choice to do this. I don't know if that makes any sense to you guys. To me, she's just making me feel like she had no other choice, and I don't know why she felt that way. I don't
I don't
know.
either.
Yeah, I don't know, but that's how she's making me feel. And oh my gosh, I can't believe it's only been a day. That's crazy. Now, was this like, I just heard like 10 o'clock. Was this around 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning that she did this?
No, it was earlier. It was more like around 3.
Oh, so is it in the middle of the night? Oh gosh.
Yeah,
Wow.
very early morning.
Wow, wow, wow. Well, did she not get found until like a little bit later than that?
My son found her.
That's what she told me. I'm so sorry. I feel like when he found her, he just like he lost it when he found her. She's making me feel like he lost it when she found me. I mean, when he found
He
me.
did.
I feel like he like just screamed and he was so confused. He's still so confused why she would do this. Now, did the coroner come? Because I'm hearing coroner. Did the coroner come pick her up?
No, they had to. The ambulance had to take her. They live in a small town, and the ambulance had to take her to the football field. It was the only place big enough for the air care to land.
Oh, really? Oh, interesting. Wow. But she just told me I was already gone. Was she already gone when your son found her?
Yeah, he tried to bring her back.
Yeah, she just told me about doing CPR. Um, oh my gosh. She showed me what she did and I don't like seeing this stuff, but at the same time, they have to show me so that I can know what she did. And she's showing me putting the ROPE on. She stood there for a minute and I think she almost changed her mind, but she didn't, and she tells me she kicked the chair out from under her. That's what she tells me. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, love. What else do you say but sorry? Like, you guys are confused. You don't know why she did this. I don't think anybody's really going to know why she did this, to be honest with you. I don't even think she knows why she did it. She's making me feel like she's like, I don't even know why I did this. I feel like she, like I said, I think she just, something triggered her. And I don't know if it was the arguments or what. I don't know. There was something that triggered her to do this. Because I keep hearing trigger, but she's not really telling me what it was. I'm trying to see what else she's saying. Hold on. She wants to thank you for being there for your son because I feel like he's really gonna need you now. And I know that you're trying to be strong for you, but I think you're crying for like your son and your grandkids. I mean, I feel like you're crying because she's gone, but I feel like you're mainly crying for your son and your grandchildren because I just feel like this is really gonna affect them in the long run. Like for the not for the good, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. She says you're such a strong person. And she says, I know that you're going to be a good force in your son's life to help him deal with this because he's just really struggling about this.
Well, she knows that me and my son are really close.
But that's a good thing. That's a good thing that you're close with your son because he's going to really need you over these next month or 2 months or 3 months. You know, honestly, since I've listened, tomorrow makes 9 months that I've lost my husband. And it to me it feels like just yesterday, but to then it feels like it's been years. So I get a mixture of emotions, and then I still have my days that cry, but I'm just letting you know as the days go on it will get easier for your son because it's gotten easier for me. I don't know if it's because I'm a psychic or what, and I talk to my husband all the time. I don't know, but I think as time goes on your son's going to be okay with it, and I think he's going to move on eventually. I just think it's going to take a little bit because he really loved her.
Oh my God, yeah, he did.
He loved her. He loved her to pieces. She tells me she said he loved me to pieces. And I understand that. And she's like, just please tell him how sorry I am that I left him because I don't think she was in her right mind or she would have not honestly done that, to be honest with you. I think she was depressed a little bit. And I don't know. She's not really giving me a
Yeah.
reason. She's not really giving me a reason why she did it. All I know is that she's taking accountability for it, and she's sorry for what she did. She's like, please tell your son how sorry I am. She's actually saying husband, but I'm saying your son as a reference. I want to say my husband again because it gets confusing.
Well, no, that's okay because I knew she called him her husband.
Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. Oh my
And
god.
she used to tell him, I'm going to call your mom if you don't behave.
Yeah, because I know that you would get on to your son. She says, I know that you would get on to him if he wasn't behaving. Sorry, My hand's aching. My hand's aching up. But hold on just a minute. She said she's going to be in her 30s forever because we stay in our 30s when we cross over. But she says she's never going to age. She's always going to be in her 30s, and she said I guess that's kind of a good thing. But she wants you guys to know that she's okay. She says she's not very happy how she left things, but she's okay. She's happy on the other side. She said she's at peace. She said I don't want to be here, but she says she's at peace with her decision. She says she had to be at peace with her decision. And, she just told me she's also in heaven. So I feel like, just because she committed, that even though that's not necessarily means that you're not going to go to heaven because she is. She told me that she was. Or if she wasn't, I couldn't do this reading for her, if that makes sense. If she wasn't where she is, I just couldn't do this reading.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
She says, I hope you feel better talking to me, because she's sorry that she didn't get to say goodbye to anybody. And, do you know if she could have been drinking as well? Because I just heard drinking. Is there a possibility she could have been drinking?
Yeah, they were.
So I think I think if she wasn't drinking, I don't think she would have done this. I think the alcohol on top of how she was feeling about the triggers, I think that's why she's making me feel she didn't think about this before she did it. I think she just did it. The alcohol had to play a part in this. I'm just letting you know. That's what she's telling me. She says if I wasn't drinking, then I wouldn't have done this, she says. I don't know. I want to say wasted. I feel like she was pretty drunk when she did this, but like I said, if she wasn't drunk, I don't think she would have done this. I think when you're drinking, all this stuff comes out and it's just not good and all kinds of stuff. So I honestly think that the alcohol played a big part in it. I just want you to know that I think that's the main reason why maybe she did what she did. I don't think she really wanted to do this. I think the alcohol played a part in it. And that makes sense to me, to be honest with you. I think that's the main reason why she did this. I don't think it's anything in particular. I just think it's because she was drinking. She wasn't thinking straight. So, yeah, I know alcohol, it's also a depressant as well. I know that for sure. But, so, it can make you feel good, but it also can bring, when you're coming down, it makes you feel worse, and it makes you feel emotions that you don't normally feel. And I think that's what happened to her, to be honest with you. She just wanted to let me know that she was drinking, so I think that's a big factor in what happened to her, darling. But she feels sorry for what she did. She never should have done it. I don't, it's one of those things. It's like you regret doing it, but there's nothing you can do about it because it's too late. And that's how she's making me feel. It's just too late now. But she said, I want you to know that I love you. She says, I love you. She says, I love you very much. And she thanks you for going to try to be there for your grandchildren and stuff. She thanks you for that, to try to support your son. And, I love you for doing what you're going to do in the near future, she says. She says it will get, she says, I promise it will get easier. It will get easier. I promise you. It will get easier. I know it's hard. It's hard. I know. I know what you're going through. I feel like you're also angry. You're like, how could she do this to me? How could she do this to my son? How could she do this to her kids? I get it. I do. And I don't think there's an easy answer for that, because she doesn't really have an answer. But I think the alcohol played a big part in what she did. Just if that makes you feel better, because I think normally she wouldn't have done this, to be honest with you.
No, she would have come talk to me.
Yeah. So just know she takes responsibility for it, but I don't think she really wanted to do it. But I don't know what happened. I think they were arguing, and she said, I just can't take enough, and I'm going to KILL myself, that kind of thing. So, just take comfort in the fact that she's okay, and that she's with her loved ones on the other side, and they're all together, and she's okay with her decision. She says, I have to be. I have no other thing to do but be okay. And she says one day you guys will be okay with it as well. She said she's going to try to give your son signs that she's okay. I don't know if he believes in that kind of stuff, but she's going to give your
Yeah, he
son signs.
does.
He does. Okay, that's good. She's talking about numbers, and she's talking about the lights. So I think she's going to give numbers and lights and even butterflies and stuff like that and birds, all kinds of stuff. I think it's going to be the stuff that when he sees it and he thinks about her immediately, I think that's going to be the cue that she's giving him signs and she just wants him to know that, darling. But she's like, please tell your son that I'm okay. She says, I'm at peace, I'm at peace, I'm at peace, just so you know. So she's at peace. She says it's very beautiful over here. And she says, I think she just feels a lot better. All the human emotions that she had, she left them here when she passed away. So, she's in her right mind over there. She just wants you to know that, darling. And she said, please tell my husband. She says, please tell my husband how much I love him. I love him so much. And I know how much he loved me. And she really, really appreciated that. She really did. She really appreciated him loving her as much as he did. She called him her soulmate. I don't know if they ever talked about that, but she just told me he was her soulmate.
Yeah, they were awesome together.
Yeah. She says, just please tell my kids how much I love them. I love them deeply. I love them so much. And then I'm sorry. I never would have done this. She just told me I never would have done this if I wasn't drinking. So I think drinking played a big factor in why she did what she did. Just so you know, because I think she was feeling down and just feeling bad. And the alcohol didn't help because, it is a suppressant. So, she says it is what it is. I'm here and there's nothing I can do about it. But I'm still with them. I'm still with them, she says. I'm still with them every day, she says. She said, just please tell my son that I love him, will you? That's what she just said.
Is she talking about Ethan or Calix?
What do you mean?
She has two sons.
No, your son, your son.
Oh, my son.
But she wants you to tell her kids too that she loves them, also loves them very much. Of course, she loves them. But she said, just please tell your son how much I love him, and I thank him for our wonderful children, and I thank him for all the times that we spent together. I thank him for all the things that he did for me. I just thank him for just being an awesome father and a good spouse, a good husband. And he said he's such a good man. He's just going through some stuff right now, and she knows that. And I just feel bad all over. I just feel bad about this because I don't think she was supposed to go, but she did, and there's nothing I can do about it, she says. But, the drinking did play a big part. She just wants you guys to know that. She said I never should have been drinking or I would still be here, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But she says, tell everybody that I'm okay. I love everybody very, very much. And she says, I love you too. And just please let them know that I'm okay and I'm at peace. And what else is there to ask for is to be at peace on the other side, because she says I am. I just want you to know that. Do you have any more questions before we get off here, honey?
I was just wondering if she has anything.
If she has what?
Hold on.
It's okay. No worries. You cry. You have to let it out somehow. No worries. You just let it out. It's okay. We do sympathize with you. I do understand. We all sympathize with you. We all lose somebody that we care about and love very, very much. She's like, Mama, please don't cry. Everything's going to be okay. She says, I'm right here with you, because that's why Michelle's doing the reading for you.
I was just wondering if she has individual messages for her kids.
I don't think she does. I just think she just wants them to know how much she loves them all, because I think she loved all her kids the same. She never really treated anybody different. She's like, just please tell my kids, all of them, how much I love them, and I'm gonna miss them. She's told me she's their guardian angel now. So she says, I'm always gonna look after my kids. I'm always gonna look after my kids. And she's telling them to be strong and be brave. And she said, just for them to be one day be okay with her being gone. She says, I'm sorry, I'm not going to be the watch them to grow up to get married or grow up to be parents. But she said she's going to be there. She's just sorry that she physically can't be there with them. But she says, I'm going to be with them every step of the way in their life journey, she says. She says my kids are awesome. I love my kids to death. She says my kids are awesome. They're such good kids. She says if I did nothing right, I did right by raising my children the right way. She says, "Aw,
She did.
yeah." That's what she says. She says I love my kids and I raise them. I raise them so good. She says I raise. They're such good kids. I love them to death. She says they're going to be okay. They're going to be okay. And one day they're going to be okay. And they're going to be okay with this. They have to be because they have to keep going. I know how much they're going to miss me, but she wants them to still flourish and just to be the best kids that they can. And she says never, she doesn't want them to forget her. She says, I don't want them to ever forget me. She says, I hope they never do. I don't want them to ever forget me, she says. Well, darling, listen, it was a good reading. I hope you feel better. I hope you find some closure from this. But I think the alcohol was the biggest contributor why she did what she did. I just wanted you to know that because she's the one that brought it up to me.
Okay. Ask her what she thought about my daughter's comment to her.
Hold on, let me see what she's saying. I mean, I heard funny. Was like a funny comment or something? I heard funny.
Yes. She was supposed to teach my daughter how to bead and make skirts.
Yeah, and she said something. I feel like it was like a smart ass comment or something. I don't know. I feel like that's how it was. Kind of like something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My daughter was like, "You bee, why'd you go? You're supposed to teach," or she told her to come back. "You're supposed to teach me how to bead and make skirts."
She said she's such a smart ass. She said she's such a smart ass. But she just tell her I'm sorry about that. She says she says look it up on Google. That's what she just said. She said look it up on Google. Oh my gosh. She's
yes,
funny.
this is how we were.
She said that's so funny. She said look it up on Google. She'll be okay. Listen, honey, I think I'm gonna leave you with that. You just know that she's at peace and she's okay. Okay. I hope I helped you. I hope I helped you feel better. I feel like you feel a little bit better since when you first got on here.
A little bit.
Yeah. She says I'm always gonna love you guys, but I'm always gonna be around also. So, thank you so much, Veronica, for letting me do this reading for you. I think it went really, really well. I'm so happy that you let me do it for you.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. Good luck to you guys. Good luck to your son. And I will post this on my YouTube today. It's Mickey the Psychic Medium, my YT, my Mickey the Psychic Medium. So it'll be the last video that I post today because I haven't posted any for a few days. So it'll be the new one that you see on there today. So that way you can maybe save it and it's okay to put it on there. I hope it's okay. But so that you can save it and play it for your son and know that she's very sorry. She's like, just please tell him how sorry I am. I never meant to do this. I think that's going to feel better if he knows she never meant to do this. I don't think she really did, to be honest with you, because that's what she told me.
We all believe that.
Yeah. It was the drinking. She said it was the drinking. I was just dumb and stupid. She said it was just a dumb and stupid thing to do. The drinking played a part. It was the biggest part that she wants you guys to know that, okay? She said, okay. just remember me, how much I loved you guys. She said that love will carry you guys through anything, she says. Because she loved all you guys very, very much. And she wants that to carry you guys through. But she's here. She'll make her presence known, just so you know. Thanks, Veronica. Honey, you have a very good day, darling. Okay? And so much luck to you guys. And I'm so very sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
All right, honey. You have a good day, okay? Let me stop the recording.